Welcome into the Recruiting Roundup, powered by Rock and Refuel Varsity. I'm Jared Cohen. That's Jason Jewell. On this edition of the Roundup, 3 storylines that we want to spotlight heading into spring football practice. Spring evaluation period is coming up, a good balance of what we expect to see in 2015, plus recruiting as it should escalate in the coming weeks. Starting, Jason, a new era of football at Westwood, then they're really hoping to continue the positive momentum that they've had coming from last season.
Yeah, Spencer Stowers done a great job at Westwood over the last couple seasons. He takes that momentum, carries it into a new job at Castile High School in Chandler, and then they hire, one of the Arizona vets in Jim Ewan, bringing him over. He has been an assistant at Yuma Catholic for the last several years, winning several state titles at Yuma Catholic. So bringing Coach Ewan over to Westwood, I think, is a very good move, and I think he has a very, very good football player in Ethan Johnson, their running back, rushing almost 2,000 yards last year. He has to be the cornerstone of that football program moving forward in 2015.
What a part of Jim Ewan's programs in the past could he apply to Westwood to make them successful going into the season? What's kind of been his staple?
Well, I don't think there's going to be many people out there that say that Jim Ewan is a bad guy. I've known him a long time, and I really think he does things the right way. You look at, he's been a head coach at Mesa Community College, been at the 4-year schools at New Mexico Highland, moved on to Mountain Ridge, had success at Chandler High School, and obviously had success at Yuma Catholic. So I think he's going to bring all that success, and he just does things the right way, and instill that discipline and carry it over from what Westwood has been doing and continue that success.
Quarterbacks have been offered plenty since last season ended for the upcoming senior class when you talk about Cade Knox and Daniel Bridgegad, just to name a couple. But Chase Cord, going to be a junior at Sunrise Mountain, had a huge sophomore year last year, doesn't have any offers yet. This could be the spring evaluation period where that starts to change, don't you think?
Yeah, certainly. I think he's a guy, he's definitely a Division I prospect in my mind. I've watched him several times, and he's been starting on varsity since he was a freshman, had success then, had a big-time sophomore season, so I just think those offers are just around the corner. He's got size, he's got mobility. I just think he's a very, very good quarterback that right now, kind of being overshadowed in that class by Ryan Kelly from Basha, who is the only quarterback in that class that has an offer from Arizona State. But I just think it's only a matter of time before Cord starts to get those offers.
And finally, the last storyline that we want to bring up, one of the biggest storylines of the offseason has been the shakeup in divisions. Give me the school that has jumped up to Division I, the new Division I, that could make the biggest impact, could really push for a state title in their first year at that level.
Yeah, I think if you're looking at a school that's jumped up from Division II to Division I and is going to have success, I think it's going to be Centennial. You look, the best predictor of the future has been the past, and Centennial has beaten very good Division I teams. So I think moving up is not a stretch. Last year they hung with state champion Chandler High School, and they are loaded. They have multiple players coming back in multiple spots. The biggest loss being Dedrick Young, but they have a young Quentin Gomez filling in at running back, and they have one of the state's best offensive lines. To pave the way, so they're going to be strong in the trenches. They're always tough on defense. So again, when we're looking at a team that I think is going to compete for a state title at the Division I level, a school that's moving up, I think Centennial Coyotes, that's the team to watch.
Those are just 3 storylines that we're excited about as spring football is about to get started. There'll be plenty of more, and we're going to bring it to you on the Recruiting Roundup as they begin to unfold in a couple weeks. Until next time, Jason Jewell, Jared Cohen, this is the Recruiting Roundup, powered by Rock and Refuel Varsity.